Live from the heart of Victoria Island, you're listening to your number one station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, we're here. We have not gone anywhere. It's still the Morning Crossfire right here on 99.3 Nigeria. And for Health Thursday today, we're taking a break. Taking a break from the price of petrol, taking a break from the price of diesel, taking a break from Ipman, taking a break from Petron, Moman, Dabman, Nasu, Sanu, TCN, Tinubu, Sanwo-Olu. We're taking a break from all that to talk about your health. Health is wealth for people. Health is wealth, all right? Is more important than anything. All the things that we talk about on the radio, all the things we're angry about, health is wealth. It is the most important. And that's why we take a pause every single Thursday. We take a break and we say we're not talking anything about the state of the nation. No, health is very important. Now, the world has been marking... Well, today, let me start by introducing our guest. We have a certified food safety manager, social entrepreneur with over 4 years of experience in food safety analysis and supervision. She holds a background in chemistry and specializes in creating and implementing food safety protocol for family kitchens, hotels, and food outlets as an HACCP expert. All right, HACCP expert. What's HACCP? Did I read it already? What's HACCP?
That's hazard analysis and critical control points.
Okay, you need to just turn your mic closer to you and then look at this camera here.
Okay.
Yeah, hazard
analysis. Hazard analysis and critical control points.
Okay, interesting. So as an HACCP expert and FSMS auditor, what's the FM? Food safety?
Food safety management system.
Okay. Auditor. Comfort is skilled in identifying hazards and enforcing control measures, ensuring high standards in food handling and preparation. So very, very intelligent and hardworking young lady who is passionate about food safety and is doing a lot to drive that passion all in a bit to better society. Comfort is also certified in nutrition and wellness, reinforcing a holistic approach to health and safety in food environments, which is very important. And she's a founder of the Safe Food Chefs. Safe Food Chefs. I think that's very important. I'll tell you why. It's a campaign dedicated to educating corporate organizations on the importance of food safety in preventing foodborne illness. Through this initiative, she aims to promote a culture of safety and wellness, encouraging companies to take proactive steps in safeguarding public health. It reminds me, it sounds like one of those days when I read citation at award ceremonies I MC. So ladies and gentlemen, let's put your hands together for Comfort Alabede. Comfort, good morning to you. It's good to have you.
Good
you were
morning,
here?
Kofi.
Yes, so some time ago we wanted to talk about food safety. And I think also that period we had diarrhea and all that. And we had you in the studio room. And of course, it was quite an interesting conversation. It is good to have you back. What have you been up to since the last time we had you in the studio?
Okay, thank you for having me. I'm actually about initiating, or let me say kickstarting a campaign on food safety.
Oh, that's what you've been working on?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
It's a timeless campaign. So trying to promote the food safety culture in corporate organizations, marketplaces, and general food handlers. So this is just to make sure we have food safety as a tool to curb foodborne illness and also at the long run arresting food poisoning.
Interesting.
Because
all right.
it's preventable.
It's preventable, right?
Yes, it is.
Is it a big issue?
Yes, it's a big
in Nigeria,
issue.
in Lagos?
It's a big issue.
Actually,
it's a global issue,
yeah.
but in Nigeria, it's a big issue.
All right, we'll look at all that as we go on. So we're talking about promoting personalized food safety culture. Personalized food safety culture in Nigeria. All right, promoting personalized food safety culture in Nigeria. reducing the risk of foodborne illness during festive periods or seasons. For instance, we have Christmas, we have Easter, we have Eid al-Fitr, we Eid al-Kabir, we have Eid al-Malud, we have what do we have? I think the traditional worship, because we have to observe what the one that they do in Lagos here, where they ban people from going out.
I think that's Oro.
Oro Festival, you know, those. Even you go to, I think it's the Leife, the one where they have all the people coming out. Ojude Oba, and all those. There's one that the Oba of that one that wears white. What is his name? The young man, gentleman. He's a Royal Highness. On your face, Royal Highness. Yeah, I say he's young because he's young, and a brilliant man. There's another festival he has. Will carry some things from out there. I want to respect Christians, respect Muslims, respect the traditional.
Yeah.
Yes. The National Prayer Forum said they're having a prayer for Nigeria. They fix the days for the Christians, fix the days for the Muslims. The First Lady will lead the prayers for Christians. 7 days prayer for Nigeria's economy to turn around. So the First Lady is going to lead that one. Then for the Muslims, the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, will lead that one. And I said the traditional worshippers are left out. Yes, now, because they will pour libation. They will hold a bottle of hot Akwateshi, and then they will pour it, and pray to the gods of the. Anyway, that's on a lighter note. But during these festive periods and these festive seasons, people are open, to having a lot of food. Food is what makes we're having Christmas. Food is what makes we're having Easter. Food is what makes we're doing Salah. Yes, Salah, food. So food safety is quite interesting, and it's quite important. And as Nigerians prepare for the festive season like Christmas and the New Year, which is just around the corner, food safety becomes a critical concern. Now, the World Health Organization estimates that 600 million people will fall ill every year. 600 million people will fall ill every year, annually, due to contaminated food, resulting in 420,000 deaths. All right, 420,000 deaths. Now, in Nigeria, and that's a lot every year, just from food. Now, in Nigeria, foodborne illnesses are prevalent. They are prevalent particularly during festive periods. And so our discussion today on Health First Day highlights the importance of promoting personalized food safety culture in Nigeria to reduce the risk of foodborne illness. Some people don't think that it's important. I saw your status on WhatsApp at some interview that you put up. A gentleman who said he lost his podcast, he lost his wife to food poisoning.
Yeah.
All right. Without wasting time, you see what is this in my hand? Comfort. Let me advertise the pharmacy. What is in my hand?
It looks like a pack of medicine.
Medicine. Okay. All right. I came to work with this yesterday, and I came to work with this today, and I was supposed to take in some of them 3 times a day. Okay, this one is metronidazole. So I should take 1 tablet 3 times daily, 8 hourly. Yeah. Yes. We journalists, we work even when we are ill. Yes. That's people don't know how hard we work, because we have to keep you guys company. This one is called hyoscine. I'm supposed to take 1 3 times daily. I'm not giving people anything. I'm not prescribing anything. I'm just saying what the doctor gave me. I will take 1 hyoscine, 10 milligrams, 1 3 times daily. This one, I was having nausea. They gave me promethazine. Take 1 2 times daily. Doctors know what I'm talking about. Comfort. I used to pride myself as having a strong stomach. Nothing can move me. And one day, last month, I just started feeling sick. I thought it was malaria. Last month, I just started feeling sick. I thought it was malaria. And I just, when you know well, you know well. Me, I'm strong. Everything, I can withstand a lot. Yeah, I won't be the one to rush to the hospital because I have malaria. I'll also give me 1 2 days, and see, if I can just wear it. So what happened was, I just started stooling. I was stooling like it stood like 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, 9 times, 10 times a day. So after a while, my wife said, "You know what? You're stubborn. Go to the hospital. Go to the hospital." I said, "Give me some day, 1 day. Give me 2 days." I went, and then they found E. coli
Wow.
in my stool.
Wow.
Yeah, when they did the test. So 'cause I was doing research for this program, and I saw they said that some of the common what do they call it?
Bacteria.
Yes, can see. Yeah, bacteria they found, or things equally talk about semolina, something like that.
Yes, salmonella.
Salmonella. Yeah. So I said, that sounds like
Wow.
like an STD. And I said no. I said it's impossible. So I had to go Google it.
Wow.
And then I was like, what the hell is this?
Thank God you went early.
I went, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank God I went early.
Yes.
Did I even go early?
Because you were giving room for the incubation to continue. That's the
Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that so people understand. And so I had to trace. I'm sorry I'm taking time out.
Fine.
I had to trace and start thinking about. I googled it as the lady was talking. One nice doctor who was so, I Google, and I saw that it was food.
Wow.
So I started tracing, and I said, there's a restaurant I bought food from, because at that time I was not really stable, so I was eating a lot of fast food. You understand? I was seeing a lot of fast food almost every day, and I said it must have been, all right. So that this is what we're talking about. These are the drugs I'm taking for that.
Wow.
Now I have reoriented my mind to say I need to be careful. There's one time I was hungry, there was no light because of this national grid collapse, and I didn't want to eat unwarmed food because I just couldn't wait. Just took like 2 spoons. Immediately I said I need to go and get treated. So Comfort, tell us how important this food safety culture is. Who's listening?
Okay, I'll pick it from where you said you are now being careful. So it's not just about being careful. It's about you understanding your own role before eating. So there's an expectation for every consumer. So before pushing blame to the restaurant, I'm not defending the restaurant here, but before pushing blame on them, there's an expectation for every consumer of food that you should consider the temperature of the food you're about eating, because there are some conditions that favor the growth of these bacteria, of these foodborne pathogens, right? So you as the consumer, when you are served the food, consider the temperature. Is it above 75 degrees? Meaning, is it very, very, very hot? And if it's a food that should be eaten cold.
How hot is 75? Because people may not understand what.
That's why I use the word very, very, very hot. Very hot.
Steaming hot.
Steaming hot. So if the food is not so hot, like very, very hot, that's a caution sign. And also, if it's a food that is meant to be taken cold, like let's say salad, coleslaw, is it cold? Is it very, very cold? So any food that is not within the safe temperature will actually breed these pathogens.
So if a salad is meant to be very cold
and it is lukewarm,
okay,
so it's already having a favorable environment for these bacteria. Let me say for these pathogens, because not just bacteria, we have some toxins already that can grow in these conditions. So you as the consumer, is your duty, let me say it's 50-50, 50 from the restaurant and 50 from you, the consumer, to question the temperature of the food you're being served, and also the condition of the storage. When you were giving, was it covered? How was the presentation?
I tell you what, there's a particular restaurant, and I didn't know until I went back there that is where I got it from. The food, they have one special fried rice. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to get off rice, but of course, when you're hungry, what can you grab? You just go restaurant. Please give me something, And that period, I really could not be eating a lot at home because I was on the move, on the go. So what do? You buy food from a restaurant. That clip you put on your status. Yeah. The guy said on So Sad Story, he looks familiar. I don't know where I know him from, but
you know him. You should know him. I know him. He's the advisor to.
Oh yeah.
That's Kelvin Charles.
Oh my God.
You should know him.
That's Kelvin.
Yes. Sorry, I mentioned his name.
I was looking at Facebook. I wasn't sure.
You know him.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
To the minister, right?
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh, is his wife the UK lady?
I don't know the wife. I only got to find the story from Femi Lazarus' page.
Oh my God. I was thinking about him some days ago. I was looking at the face. Oh my God. Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's just Because I hope it's not who I think it is. Because the lady was here in the studio some time ago.
I don't know if it's a recent story, but it was posted recently.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway, so she went to a restaurant, right? Now, this restaurant, the food that they sold is particular rice that if you don't eat it immediately, it'll go bad. So I noticed, yeah. If by the time you get home, you open it, you start smelling some. Maybe after 30 minutes, you don't eat it. Yeah, that's why I realized.
Okay. Probably there's something called high risk food. So probably it's having so much high risk ingredients in it, like the vegetables.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, so they are prone to spoilage within minutes. So I guess that should be the reason.
It is.
Such food should be taken very, 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 very hot, 75 degrees, steaming hot. So food safety, when I say personalized culture, like I'm trying to impose the fact that you have a right, you have a duty to perform before eating anything at all, before taking or drinking anything. So, and such is to make you understand that there are some basic rules in food safety. Aside from the temperature, you should understand storage. Aside from storage, you should understand that the person handling the food also can pose a risk to what you're eating. So you look at the server before even purchasing. Is this person, when it comes to food poisoning, or let me say foodborne illness, aside from the environment, the person serving the food can also introduce these pathogens to the food, even if the food is 100% safe.
The person selling the food?
The person, that's called cross-contamination.
Okay.
So it's not a conscious thing,
Okay.
but it's unconscious.
Okay.
For example, let's say the person is sneezing, you're not feeling so well, the person is having flu, and then the person is serving your food. You weren't aware. So that way, even if the food was steaming hot, she has introduced some pathogens to the food from the sneezing. Yeah, so proper food handling is crucial.
Okay.
So you should see the food you're being served, observe the person serving the food, look at the environment before consuming, and then consider the temperature. Very important. And then the storage.
Okay.
Yes.
Number one, the person handling the food.
Food handler, yes.
Number two, the environment.
Yes.
Number three, the temperature.
The temperature, very crucial. There's
And
something
then the
called
storage.
danger zone when you're looking at temperature. So if your food is already within that danger zone, you can request, let's say the food is not steaming hot, you can request, can you please microwave this food or eat it up for me? So you ensure that you eat every food at their expected temperature.
All right.
Every food has their own temperature zone.
All right. Every food has its temperature zone.
Yes.
So one of the ways of staying safe, and keeping yourself and your family safe in this festive period, Yuletide, when you're consuming food is, number one, if you're buying food, look at the person handling the food. Number two, make sure the food is of the correct environment. Number three, make sure the food is at the correct temperature, and then proper handling and storage, right?
Yes.
Interesting. There's a restaurant I've patronized several times. When you want to pay for the food, the person at the counter will open the food and look at it to be sure that it's what you're paying for is what actually is inside there, and close it back. No gloves, no nose mask, nothing. We just open it and look at it. I've told you this before, right?
Yes.
And they're still doing it.
Yes.
Should I call their name?
No.
The restaurant, should I call their name?
No name.
I'll call their name.
No, actually, it's because they every business person consider the pain point and expectation of their consumer, in the sense that, let me use beans for example.
Yeah.
For the people selling beans and they were accused of using sniper in the beans, it's because of the consumer's request. Because when you're buying beans, you're asking, hope there is no ants in these beans, hope there is no kokoro, hope there's no beaver, hope there's no insect.
Yeah.
So because of that questioning, you have imposed it on the seller to find a solution, because every business person wants to make profit. But you as the consumer, it's your duty to make sure that I'm first after safety. So once they see that your intention and your interest is towards the safety aspect of what you eat, they would actually push that to you. So now, when you look at beans that is not having insect, to me, I find it strange, because it's normal for you to find beans weevil, yeah, let's say in small quantity.
The GMO ones don't have insect, though.
That is it.
That's still strange, right?
And that's because you as a consumer, you are requesting for something without insect. So they will go all out to please you. So when it comes to food safety, you look at some things that are looking beyond natural. So if I want to buy beans, if I don't see 1 or 2 or 3 insects, I don't buy. Yes. So you look at some natural conditions.
We'll be back, because that's something we need to look at. We'll be right back.
More talk, news, and sports after this. Looking for ways to overcome challenges in your career journey? The perfect time to step into a world of opportunity is now. At Markets for You, a trusted, well-renowned online training company with over 17 years of experience and customers spread across the globe. Discover a new way to earn and learn by copying top traders from around the world. No previous experience required. If you're of 18, you can start earning profits from the comfort of your home today. Visit www.marketsforyou.com or call 0912-779-0500, 0912-779-0500 today to start your journey towards financial independence with Markets for You.
Wait, is that Malta Guinness? It's looking different. It even has a red crown.
Yes, same Malta Guinness with a refreshed look and a red crown.
And does it still taste the same?
Of course, same great taste. Why not try it?
Whoa, you're right. Same amazing taste.
Told you, it's the same goodness with a vibrant new look. Grab the all-refreshed Malta Guinness and enjoy a taste of goodness today. Malta Guinness, share goodness every day.
You define better odd. I bet you one play cause over 1.5. I bet you one bet. Say, but seem no go score at all. Yeah, we get better payout. No worry, we there for you. Our odd, chabura out. In our day for bet baba. You we money, bet baba. Cash out today easy or bet baba. We get online games for you to play. Oh God, all I want. Yeah, we get better bonus. Money we know that. Yeah, now bet baba day as well. Cash out, no sharp. Welcome to Bet Baba.
Register now on betbaba.ng. Not for people under 18.
In the cooking game, you need a winning game plan. I'm not just talking about your fresh ingredients, utensils, or cooking skills. I'm talking about your choice of seasoning. Your game plan is incomplete without Maggi chicken flavor. Made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric, it's the game changer. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, the game changer.
Any platform can help you save. But when it comes to investing, you need a partner that you can trust and is committed to helping you achieve your goals. A partner with a global footprint, diversified investment options, and great returns that help you grow. You need RiseVest. RiseVest is your partner for dollar investments like U.S. stocks, U.S. real estate, fixed income, and Naira Savings Vault. Invest with RiseVest to earn interest between 8 to 15% in dollars and up to 25% in Naira. Download the RiseVest app or visit www.risevest.com to start investing. Rise. Investments that help you grow.
All right, family, let's take a moment to relive the magic moments of last Christmas at Pride Land 2, the Bamble Chronicles. What an absolute spectacle.
And the Pride Land show was out of this world. The performers were so talented. The apprehension of what's going to happen next was second to none.
I loved the games, especially the rope tango. It was so much fun. I can't wait to create even more memories this December.
Yes, my darling. This December will be monumental. Pride Land 3 will be a blast. I'm sure of it.
So, families out there, don't wait any longer. Book your package now and get the chance to pay small. Terms and conditions apply. For inquiries, please call 0803-3993-398 or 0705-582-9486.
Eco Hotels and Suites, nestling international standard with African hospitality.
Looking for ways to overcome challenges in your career journey? The perfect time to step into a world of opportunity is now. At Markets for You, a trusted, well-renowned online training company with over 17 years of experience and customers spread across the globe. Discover a new way to earn and learn by copying top traders from around the world. No previous experience required. If you're over 18, you can start earning profits from the comfort of your home today. Visit www.markets4u.com or call 0912-779-0500, 0912-779-0500 today to start your journey towards financial independence with Markets for You.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Health. It's more than the absence of illness. It's the state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. But let's delve deeper. Health is the heartbeat of life. It's the rhythm that keeps us moving forward. The pulse that echoes our vitality. It's a symphony of balance and harmony, resonating in every aspect of our existence. Health is a silent conductor, orchestrating the dance between the body and mind. It's the energy that propels us towards our dreams and aspirations. It is the foundation upon which we build our futures. So, what is health to you? Join me, Kofi Bartels, this and every Thursday for Health Thursday, 8 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire as we explore important issues affecting your health. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Live from the heart of Victoria Island, you're listening to your number one station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, welcome back. Still the Morning Crossfire right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. And of course, it's Health Thursday. It's important that you keep yourself safe when you're eating. It's important that you observe food safety. And this morning we're talking about promoting personalized food safety culture in Nigeria, reducing the risk of foodborne illness during festive seasons. And like you've heard from our guests, it's very important. I started by using myself as a case study, a guinea pig, which is what that I had some food, and then I started feeling an ache in my tummy, and I had to take some drugs. It's very, very, very serious, this kind of thing, especially with the food that you buy from the market, from the restaurant, and all that. Our guest this morning is doing justice to this topic. She is a certified food safety manager, Comfort Alabede. And your calls are welcome now. We're throwing the lines open 0201 277 0993. 0201 277 0993. And our female line 0201 465 7190. 0201 465 7190. All right, it's very important. Comfort is scaring me. She's scaring me, so I have to go back to the hospital and make sure that everything is in order. So Comfort has given us some tips to consider when we are purchasing food during the festive period. Of course, we buy a lot of food. We eat a lot and we go out to eat and all that. Personally, I don't even like eating out that much. I prefer food that is cooked at home. We've been there, done that, and realized that it's better to eat at home. So people go out to eat, take your kids out to the restaurant, to the mall, and all that. We buy a lot of food from the market. She says, number one, you should consider the handler. If you're buying food from a restaurant, for instance, or from a canteen, from a bar, chop bar, or roadside, food seller, what we call mama put, you have to consider the handler. Number two, consider the environment. Number three, consider the temperature of the food. Number four, the storage, and lastly, the handling. Did I miss any? Okay. So she says to consider all these things before you purchase food. And your thoughts are welcome. You can also send a WhatsApp message, call us on WhatsApp, or send a voice note on 08095 975805. That's a WhatsApp number, 08095 975805. It's very important as Nigerians prepare for the festive season. You know, we have Christmas around the corner, New Year. We have other festive periods all around the year. Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Kabir. Food safety is critical. Now, I started by saying earlier that the World Health Organization estimates that 600 million people fall ill annually due to contaminated food, resulting in 420 deaths every year all over the world. That's really scary. In Nigeria, foodborne illnesses are prevalent, particularly during festive periods, and that's why we're looking at this important issue of food safety. Comfort. So, let's look at the sources of foodborne illnesses. You're talking about food from restaurants, in fast food restaurants, or food that you buy outside your home. And when you talk about handling, are there other sources of foodborne illnesses apart from the ones you buy from either the restaurant or mama put?
Not just the one you buy from outside, even the one you prepare from home.
Okay.
If not properly handled, properly cooked, and properly stored.
Okay.
So it will favor the condition for pathogens to grow in the food.
If not properly handled.
If not properly stored, and if not properly cooked.
Comfort. The cost of electricity now has become a health risk. We said it yesterday on this program. We're talking about the national grid collapse. It's become a health risk because people may not be able to keep their fridges on all day. So what the Bola Tinubu administration has done is, apart from taking up the cost of electricity, potentially leading people to contract foodborne diseases. Based on what you're saying, I'm not saying you're here attacking. You didn't say anything about government. You don't even care about government. You don't even want to discuss government. You're here just as an expert to advise people. But now I'm saying, it's not you now. I want our leaders to think about the welfare of Nigerians. They need to think about the welfare of Nigerians. They are not thinking about the welfare of Nigerians. How can policies be making people suffer? How can policies be plunging people into illness? The cost of electricity is going to make Nigerians more sick and possibly die. This, my guess is, but this is my understanding. I don't want to drag her into politics because she's not a politician. But you said that at home,
yes,
we can contract foodborne illnesses.
Yes.
How? Go over that again, please.
Okay. Based on this analysis of storage, if, for example, the power went out and then definitely the temperature of your freezer will begin to drop.
Or you turn it off to save electricity.
Now that is a problem because
people are turning it off. Even me, I turn off my fridge.
But it's a problem because you don't want to change the temperature condition of that food. Storage condition is crucial when it comes to food safety. For example, let me use your chicken. You brought it, let me say, okay, before cooking, the NEPA took the light or power went out. And then the temperature begins to drop. So as soon as it begins to drop, it affects the texture. So it's already called danger zone, meaning that temperature limit we favor the conditions of these pathogens like salmonella and listeria, the E. coli and everything to grow on it. Or let me use tomatoes, for example, for those that store their fresh tomatoes before blending in the fridge, in the refrigerator. So when the power goes out, the texture will begin to change. And then, let's say it drops from 4 degrees down to 2, and then it's no longer cold. Before you know it, when it starts getting soft, it will start breeding some fungi.
That's the tomatoes.
Yes. So when it starts, so once it starts, at times we are tempted to just cut the mold that is visible to the eye, not knowing that the spore is already not visible, right? It's the spore that is more dangerous because that's the one incubating and reproducing and replicating
so
itself.
You have to throw the entire tomato away.
You have to throw the entire tomato away. So
in this economy.
Exactly. So temperature unit is really crucial to food safety, even in the house. So you don't have to turn it off. So once the light goes out, you put on your generator to power the refrigerator.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, so that's why it's called personalized culture.
Who is going to pay for the light bill?
It is well.
It is well. Okay, let's go over to the phone lines, please. And please call in and share your thoughts with us. 99.3. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kofi.
Welcome.
My name is Robert.
Oh, Robert, good to hear from you. You called me before, right?
Good morning, madam.
All right,
Good
Robert,
morning,
go on.
sir.
Robert, go on.
My question, I want to believe that this is your topic now. I don't know, maybe it's for those of us that are living in urban area. What about those people that live in the rural area? I have lived in the rural area before, where there are no fridges, nothing to store your food. You cook your soup, you want me to keep it. Even sometimes you eat sour soup, and it does not do anything to your stomach. What can you say about that, man? Do you want to agree with me that something that will happen to you might not happen to another person? Just so, to me, I just believe that though it's good to eat hygienic food, but there are many people, those who that pick from the debris, they eat and nothing happens to them. What is the difference? I just wanted to talk something about that one. Thank you.
All right, that's a very, very good question, Robert. Give Robert a free password for this particular topic. Yeah. You laughed when he said he eats sour soup.
I'm trying not to laugh.
You actually never stayed village before. Yeah,
actually, I have experience.
Me too.
I have experience.
Me too. You don't believe it or not. Yeah.
Okay, so what I would say to that is there are traditional means of preserving our food.
Okay.
So there are local means. For example, we have the eating, like you said, you warm and warm. So that's another means of preservative measures for your food.
Okay.
So aside from those that don't have freezer, there is salting method, there is drying method. So this storage play the same role as those that are using the refrigeration method.
Okay.
Yes. So now he said when some people eat sour soup and they don't have issues. So there are different conditions to that. A very crucial role in food safety. So whatever you eat that made someone else to go to the toilet might probably not make another person to go to the toilet. So the difference between the two is that this other person is having a very, very strong immune system. Like the immune is playing a good role in fighting it out. So, and for the other person
that's what I'm saying, my stomach is strong. Nothing can affect. I just do it, All
right, so while the other person that ran to the toilet, is not as though the person is also having a bad immune, but probably the immune could not respond well to it at that point. So then it's compromised, and then there's issue with diarrhea.
I mean, in the rural area, we don't use freeze. Just warm the food.
Yeah, you
warm it
morning,
night.
salt, and you dry.
Okay. We just warm. Morning you warm it. In the first thing you do in the morning when you wake up for your chores is that you see the your sister or your auntie will go warm the food. Yeah.
And the caller said something about some people that also eat and they don't have issues. They eat I think he said scavenging, right? And they don't have issue. Actually, there are some bacteria that you take in from that's foodborne pathogen, right? That will actually need more time. Yes. So it's called incubation period. Yes. Some will need about 6 to 72 days. Some will need about 3 days. So it's not as if it's not inside of them already. Yes, it's there. It only needs time.
Okay.
These bacteria need time.
All right. We have an next listener, 99.3. Good morning.
Hello, Kofi. Good morning. This is Joy.
Joy. Okay, a.k.a. market woman.
I want to talk about the beans. Market woman. Yes.
Beans, right?
The beans.
Okay.
I don't know what is wrong with us these days. Because those days, those insects that is in the beans, none of our parents, our father will complain about it. We buy it, even the one that is inside, we cook the beans like that, we will eat it. But these days, we want to let all those things, we don't want to see it at all. So all those our forefathers, they know the goodness of those insects that is inside those beans, that will not cause us harm. Again, I grew up in a very poor family. If we cook soup, cockroach will enter. We will die inside. We will remove it.
Michael man, it's okay. Bye.
We will eat it.
Bye.
We will eat it.
Bye.
We will not do us anything.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Tomorrow is Friday open mic.
There's something that is wrong now.
Go. Bye. You want to spoil my appetite. You want to spoil my appetite. I'm doing intermittent fasting. So I'm not going to eat till like midday. She wants to spoil my appetite.
Oh my God.
But I mean, what do you say to that? That nothing happened. In the village, nothing happened to them. Cockroach entered the soup, nothing happened.
What I feel they are not talking about is the fact that in the village they have access to good and fresh food. In the village, when they want to eat vegetables, they don't cut it from the market. They get it from their farm directly to the pot. So they are eating fresh food.
Right.
So that way it's helping their immune system to be very strong and resistant to all these pathogens.
Right. Okay. Yes. So you talked about at home, the ways through which you can contact illnesses through food. You talked about poor storage.
Yes.
And what else did you talk about?
Yes, poor storage and improper handling.
Improper handling,
and
okay.
Undercooked. That's if
what is improper handling, please?
Okay, improper handling.
Yes.
The food is hot. You've served the food already. Mm-hmm. Now, there's something called cross contamination.
Okay.
While you are about to fry your chicken, you are also cutting vegetable with the same knife. Now that's improper. And
really,
you should have about at least 5 different knives in your kitchen at home.
Yes, like my wife.
With different colors. Exactly. Yes, so 5 different knives with 5 different colors, and not just knives. Your chopping boards, different colors.
The one for chicken.
The one for chicken
or meat.
Yes, the one for vegetables should be different. The one for your fresh and edibles. That's your carrots. Should be the one different from the one from chicken. So you don't use the same chopping board.
So you don't transfer.
Exactly. So that way you can spill the blood from the chicken and then use the same knife on carrots. Definitely you are going to have issues that day.
Hey, Lord have mercy.
Yes, so that's cross-contamination.
Hi, that's what we've been doing now.
Yeah.
Okay, want to take some more calls. If you have a question or contribution, feel free to call in. 99.3, good morning. Health Thursday.
Good morning, Mr. Kofi.
Good morning,
Good morning to your guest.
Since you decided to talk low, before I'm talking.
This is Oboli calling from Kofi.
Mr. Oboli, welcome.
Kofi, leave me alone.
No problem.
You told me I'm marking register today. Me and you will settle that one later.
No problem. I know you laughed when you heard it. Go on, what's your contribution, please?
I'm dressed up now, going for a burial. We lost our children mama in church. She died about 2-3 weeks ago from food poisoning.
Oh my God.
She bought beans down the road, and shortly after, she couldn't stool, she couldn't do anything. Her tummy was just protruded, and she just died. I've not really recovered from the shock. And her burial is today. Wake it was yesterday. So what you're saying is true. But the practicability and the workability of it, in this present day Nigeria, is what we're talking about. You're talking about 5 knives. Talking about getting food in a proper storage and everything, with everything we are facing right now. So you just need to give simple, easy, practical steps that will make one stay alive in these dire times. I think you understand what I'm trying to say here. Mm-hmm. In the past, it was easy to warm food and everything would be, but now, aside GMO, modernization, the negative, from nuts alone, the tomatoes that come in is already contaminated and polluted. And you see people rushing to buy Esha, washing it with salt, all because they cannot afford the fresh, clean ones. So what you're saying is more or less like a far cry. We know staphylococcus is gotten from food. We know food poisoning is real. We know all these things. But how do we stay alive? I just lost somebody. So I think you should understand and speak to that fact right now. I'm all for it.
Sorry for your loss. Mrs. Oboli, I just want to find out from you. Was there a long period between when she took ill and when she died?
No. She ate the beans like 3 days, and after that 3 days, she was rushed to the hospital. She was rushed to about 3 different hospitals. The issue was that the stomach that was bloated was not coming down, and they said it was food poisoning. An operation was done, and she died after that.
Almost like this story that we heard on the podcast. Mr. Oboli, I'm sorry about your loss.
Thank you very much.
Sorry. She's been sounding down for some days now. Wow. Really sounding down for some days now.
Wow.
Yeah. Comfort, this is serious. I mean, what are we going to do? Okay, tell us, is it possible to identify contaminated food before you consume? Is it possible?
Okay, can I say something?
Yes, please.
She asked for practical steps.
Yes.
And I would love to mention something.
Yes.
There is something called sensory evaluation. That is using the sense organ to judge the food you're about to eat. That's the eyes, the 5 sense organs. We have the eyes, meaning you look at what you're about to purchase right from the market before taking home, or probably anywhere you're being served. You look at it for possible contamination. There's something called physical contamination. So what can you see that is looking like a threat, like an hazard in the food? So then there's another thing, that's the skin. You touch, you look at the texture. For example, apple is meant to be hard. If it's soft, something is wrong. So you consider the texture. Tomato is meant to be firm. If it's soft, something is wrong. Or if it's another species. You look at your rice before buying. If it's having molds already, you don't wait for them to scoop it out. You run away. You go to another place. So you use your sensory evaluation to judge whatever you're buying or whatever you're about to eat. And another thing is the smell. This thing is smelling bad. You don't have to purchase it, even if it is cheap. You can have substitutes. I know it's a challenging time economically, so there can be cheaper substitutes. And another thing is taste. So I'm using the sense organ, that's why it's called sensory evaluation, to judge. So you tasted this thing and you realize, oh, something is different. It's weird. You don't continue. You stop. So, meaning every action you take before eating is very important. Before putting anything into your mouth, look at these conditions. Judge it by evaluating it with your sense organs. And then if it's questionable, you discard it or you avoid it. So another thing is, I will still emphasize storage condition is very important, and proper handling.
What about patronizing, street vendors and of street food vendors and all that?
If street vendors are willing to actually go the extra mile,
I want you to give me the honest, brutal truth. Don't try to protect anybody's business, because life is important. The honest, brutal truth, as you as an expert, you've noticed, and you think is the way to go.
Okay, that's why we are pushing this food safety campaign, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, I went to interview some people at the market that sell vegetables, and I asked them, why do people slice their vegetables in the market?
I don't buy those.
It is wrong.
I don't buy those.
It is wrong.
Like vegetable leaf, like all these.
You buy, yes, you
leaf.
take your ugu and then you ask them to slice it for you. It is wrong.
Really?
So, yes. So that's another bad culture in Lagos. I don't say in Nigeria, because in Benue it's not the same. When I served in Benue, you buy it, you take your thing home to slice. So that is another action that is wrong. It's a bad culture. So you buy your vegetables and then you take home, you wash properly, and then when you wash, you make sure it's not the bowl you have used to wash your meat or your chicken or any other. It should be a bowl designated for vegetables.
Okay. So answer my question on street vendors, because she said I know I'm dragging you into this, but she said her friend, the lady, went to buy beans down the road.
That beans is questionable in the sense that what was the temperature of that beans? It's so bad that you cannot identify any food that can pose a food poisoning risk to you.
People sell food on the street corner.
Yes.
Here. Can you vouch for safety of street food?
No. I said no basically because the food at times are not even in the right temperature zone. So that alone has given room for the growth of these pathogens we are talking about. So the temperature is questionable, because not every food vendor on the streets is carrying their eater to eat up the food. So, and also exposure. The same spoon that was used to serve beans was also used to serve something else. Cross-contamination even from edibles.
All right. So is that you reheat it when you get home or what?
Before consuming, make sure your food is very, very hot, steaming hot. That's 75 degrees. So, and this is not as if, it's not as if this eating will kill some of these pathogens. There are some pathogens that are called thermophilic, meaning they are eat friendly. No matter how long you cook them.
We have to come back for part 2. Comfort, we have to go. Comfort Alabede, who's a food safety expert. It's been great having you. Please stay safe. Stay safe. It's very important. Those of you who like eating all these foods around, street food and all that, make sure they give you safe food. those of you who like to buy restaurant food, make sure to give you safe food and follow the tips that our guest has given to ensure that you do not, harm yourself. It's very important. I'm going to leave here to go to the hospital so I can go get checked again to be sure that equally has left, because she told me it's very dangerous. It came from food. Comfort Alabede, certified food safety manager. Thank you. What's your handle online? Quickly.
The Safe Food Chefs.
Okay.
The
with an
Safe
S at the
Food
end.
Chefs. Yes.
Okay. All right.
S.
On IG and all that. Thank you.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
Looking for ways to overcome challenges in your career journey? The perfect time to step into a world of opportunity is now. At Markets for You,
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's